For this foot and ankle video, you're just going to need a foam roller, a ball or two, small to roll the bottom of the foot, and a rubber band or two. Okay, if you don't have a foam roller, that is fine. You can use a football, that works, or a basketball, or a PVC pipe. So I like to start off these sessions with a little soft tissue work. So we're going to just gently lay the calf on the roller or your rolling implement and just slowly roll. And as you're doing this, it should not be excruciating. It might be a little uncomfortable, and that's okay. But a rule of thumb is you should be able to breathe. So what I want you to do is breathe nice and easy. Nice big inhales, nice big exhale as you're doing this. All right, nice and easy. If you can't do that, that's a sign that you might need to take some pressure off. Ease into it so you can use your hands and leg to take a little pressure off. You can even use your hands here as you roll to just guide it and make it a little less intense if need be. So you're just going to go in and out, up and down, explore, see what areas feel tender, and those are the areas you might spend a little more time on. But no more than about a minute is necessary. Now what I like to do is find a spot that's a little bit tender. This tends to be my upper lateral area, and I'm going to hang out there, breathe, and then from here, do some ankle cars while I'm keeping just a mild amount of pressure on that tender spot. So continue breathing in a nice controlled manner. Don't allow that shin to move. And we're just doing nice, big ankle cars. All right, getting those ankles, calves ready to work, ready to improve. All right, let's go for one more here. Nice big circle, as big as you can make it. Push that outer range. Perfect. All right, now we're going to do the other leg. So same idea here. We're breathing nice and easy. You're rolling gently back and forth. Use the hands and opposite foot if you need to take off a little bit of pressure there. Check out that inside of the leg. Check the outside. And on this second leg here, just notice any differences you might find between the two. Here we go. All right, couple more. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you can breathe. Always check in with your breath. If you can't control your breathing, there's a good chance that that tissue is going to hold on to the tension as well. All right, and now similar spot here, a little different. I found my tender spot, so find a tender spot for you. Not too uncomfortable though, remember. And now we're going to do some ankle cars in this position. Nice. If you'd like, you can even put your hand here for a little extra feedback, so you know that shin's not moving. All right. And you know what? I don't know about you, but I'm having fun already. Here we go. Woo! All right. Excellent. So we got those calves and ankles warmed up a little bit, and now we're going to work on the feet. To roll out the bottom of the feet, I like to use a small ball. The firmness is just going to depend on the sensitivity, though it's actually nice to use a variety. So we're going to start just rolling from the heel up to the toe. Heel to the middle toes, heel, all the way to the lateral toes. And you can repeat that a few times, just getting every inch of your foot. There we go, and even getting kind of the inside and outside here. That often feels really good. I like doing this from a kneeling position because you can better control the amount of pressure on the ball. and you have better stability. I'm actually even holding onto the couch here. All right, once you've done a few of those, now we're just gonna roll around and do whatever feels good here. Just whatever spot feels good, whatever amount of pressure, whatever speed you wanna roll at. And think about, on a daily, weekly basis, what inputs do your feet typically get? Are they in shoes most of the time? Is it mostly carpet, sidewalk, grass? Do they get a good variety? Do they move a lot? If you don't want to think about that, you can just mute me. But yeah, find some spots here that feel good and just think about that, because it's important for our feet to get a great variety of inputs on a daily basis. Okay, now after we've done that, you're gonna pick a spot, any spot you want. I kind of like middle here. We're gonna do 2 spots total. And from here, I want you to do the equivalent of making a fist with your foot. So you're gonna squeeze tight and hold for a second, and then open up. Squeeze tight, hold for a second, open up. Squeeze tight, open up, and let's do one more. Squeeze tight, open up. All right, and then we're just gonna pick one more spot here. So I'm gonna go like this, right in there. I like that spot. I like to work that spot. All right, same deal. Squeeze tight. Ooh, that was a little more tender for me. Open up. Breathe. Remember, you should always be able to breathe under your own control here. You dictate the breathing. If you can't, ease off the pressure. There we go. Squeeze tight. Open up. Last one. Squeeze tight. Open up. All right. Nice. Now we're going to switch feet. So, you may have a variety of balls you can use. You can use a smaller one or a bigger one. You can use one that's a little firmer. All right, we're going to do the same deal here, rolling heel to toe and back. Heel to toe and back. There we go. Get every part of the foot here. All right, now I actually prefer this one that's a little bit bigger because I get a little more pressure there. All right, if it's a little bit too much pressure, you can not push down as hard or just use a softer ball like a tennis ball. Okay, now we're gonna do the roll it however you want. Whatever feels good, find some spots, find your favorite spot here, and enjoy it if you can. And again, think about, what do you do with your feet? Do they get a lot of variety? I love going on barefoot walks outside and just exploring all the different surfaces. But I'm a little bit of a weirdo. But honestly, that's probably the healthiest thing you can do for your feet. As long as you don't step in any glass or anything like that. At least not yet, that's more advanced. All right, now we're gonna pick a spot. Right here. Squeeze, expand, open up. Squeeze, open up. I bet you can squeeze your fist a lot tighter than you can squeeze your foot, huh? Same with me. But maybe with some practice, we'll start to strengthen that connection. The feet will get a little bit more dexterous. All right, pick a second spot here. For this foot, yeah, I like right there. Squeeze, open up. Squeeze tight, open up. Squeeze tight, open up. Let's go one more. Squeeze, open. All right, after that, we are going to do a little bit of soft tissue work for the top of the foot. So we'll stick with this foot. Now you can use your hands, you can use a ball, you can use some other implement. Right now I'm gonna use my hand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna massage this area right in here, just like that. And we're only gonna spend 30, 40 seconds maybe per foot here. You can spend more if you'd like. So get these guys, these muscles, see if you can find any real tender spots. I started doing this more in the last few weeks, And this area was incredibly tender, this little gap between the two toes as you follow down. And over time, it's become less tender, and I've gained better control of my feet. So you can use a ball as well, if you'd like. All right, find those tender spots. Woo, that got it. Okay, now we'll switch up the feet. All right, again, I like a kneeling position here, but you can absolutely be seated on something if this is uncomfortable for your ankles or knees. All right, again, you can use a ball, or you can use the thumb. The thumb works to kind of dig in there. Remember your breath. This should not be terribly excruciating. The goal is not pain. The goal is to provide some input to facilitate movement. Facilitate movement, which we're going to work on next. All right. Yeah, explore. I like exploring all the way up here, see what we can find. Whew. All right, and that does it for all the soft tissue work. So we're going to move on to the active mobility component. Next up is active toe raises. So we're going to do a few reps of raising the big toe and raising the lateral toes. I want you to keep your feet straight, not turned out. Okay, try to keep a little bit of an arch in here if you can. Lift, and lift the lateral toes. Now what you may notice as you're doing this is, one, it might be challenging to do this. The connection might not quite be there. And that's okay, because over time, that intent, along with the soft tissue work, is going to improve your movement and improve that connection. Another thing you'll notice is, as you raise those lateral toes, your ankles may collapse in. All right, that makes it easier. I want you to try to keep your feet planted as you do it and maintain that foot and ankle position. As you raise your big toes, now I don't do it too much here, but your feet may roll out. I want you to really try to keep this down. Maintain that position. One way to do that is to use a ball right here, right in that area where your feet like to collapse, because that's the most common compensation. So place a ball there if you have it, and we'll work on these lateral toe raises. There we go. Now, I like to use this really awesome pink 2-pound dumbbell. All right, that gives me a little more feedback. It sits on the ground nicely, and it really helps me out. So watch now. We're gonna do a bunch of these, because the important thing with this is, yeah, A, doing it correctly, but also getting a lot of volume in. I'm gonna make sure my feet are straight. There we go. So we're just gonna alternate between big toe and little toes. Now if this is, see, look at that, I messed up. If this is a challenge for you, we'll try some just big toe. And sometimes it helps to get into a little bit of a rhythm rather than alternating. And then as you get better at the lateral toes, we're gonna lift up and try to reach out away from your big toe. See that? Lift up, reach out away from your big toe. Now the big toes. Lift way up. Lift way up. Lift way up and hold. Back down. Lift up lateral toes and hold. Spread them out. Back down. Lift up and hold. Spread them out. Back down. Excellent. Okay, now that we've done that part, you might be feeling it. You might be feeling those toes working a bit. So what we're gonna do is keep them working. You're gonna get a rubber band and put it around your big toes. I've got two, so I'm gonna put another one around there. We'll spread the feet out a little bit. We'll do some more toe raises. All right, boom, boom. Same deal, try to maintain a neutral position with your feet and ankles, trying not to let them cave in or roll out. And we'll just alternate here. My feet are getting a little tired here. Now, one of the reasons we do this is to improve that separation between the big toe and the lateral toes, because that is a really common issue for people. What tends to happen is our big toes tend to dive inward because of footwear. And that's what can cause bunions and a whole host of other issues. All right. We're going to go up and down a little bit here. Move the feet a little bit. They're probably burning. And now we're going to do some heel raises. So I want you to focus on pushing through your big toe. You're going to push through your big toe, push up nice and high. Good. Push through your big toe, push up nice and high. Push through, back down. Push through. You see how I'm adding that lift now? Now we're going to lift, down, push through, down. Lift, down, push through, down. And you can do this in a seated position as well. Yeah, I can do a wall sit at the same time. Oh, that's exciting. You can do wall sit toe mobility. Yeah, if you really need to be efficient here, maybe you do wall sits while you do it. Get those legs working as well. But really, seated can make it a little bit easier because you're not going to put as much pressure on your feet. So if you sit on the couch or a chair, that's going to help. Moving on. We're doing ankle inversion and eversion. So seated in a comfortable position, we're going to rotate the ankle in, rotate out. So it's part of the ankle cars. None of this moves. We're going to keep a straight leg, and you're pulling in and out. Imagine there's a string here that's being pulled, and then there's a string on the inside that's being pulled, right? Pull, pull. Pull, pull. We are going to do a bunch of these here because this ability to rotate the ankle in this way is going to help facilitate movement of flexion and extension. All right, so plantar and dorsiflexion rather. Boom. Imagine you're pulling, 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 pulling. Pull, 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 pull. Let's get a few more. Your lower leg might be burning a little bit, and that is okay. We're going to push through it. Now, hold for a couple seconds. Going this way now. Pull, 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 pull. Keep pulling. Hold, hold, pull, 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 pull. Ooh, I'm feeling it in here. Now we're going back one more with a big hold. Hold, 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 hold. Pull back. One more with a nice big hold. Got it. Whew. All right. Now we'll switch feet. Perfecto. So same deal. Leg is straight, seated in whatever comfortable position you want to be in. Pull. Pull. There you go. If it feels hard for your ankle, just help with the arms. Ah, there we go. Pull. Pull. It feels a little harder for me on this one. So again, notice any differences. If one ankle is a little more challenged than the other, spend more time on it or do it more often. All right, now we're going to hold the end points. So rotate, hold, 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 hold. Rotate, hold, hold, hold. Use all this inside stuff. Good. One more time this way. Hold, use all this stuff. Shorten it, tighten it. And one more the other way. And got it. All right, so that should facilitate our plantar and dorsiflexion, which is what we're working on next. Dorsiflexion first here in a kneeling position. I'm going to be about a 90-degree angle and a pretty stable foot, and you're just going to lift the toes and back down. Lift the toes, try and get that nice arch. Try to maintain that as you push back down. Lift up. back down. Now, we're going to go into further dorsiflexion of the ankle. We're going to close that ankle a little bit. Lift the toes, back down. Lift the toes, back down. Good. Let's get another one there. Try to get that arch. And now heel stays down. We're going to rock forward even more. So I want you to get now to the point that you can still lift the toes, but just barely. It's going to vary between people. We're going to do a few more toe lifts here. For me, as I approach my end range of dorsiflexion, my ability to lift my toes decreases significantly. So that's what we're training. We're training the ability to pull those toes up while trying to maintain the arch. So can you go a little further? If you can get a little further and still lift the toes, go for it. There we go. I want you to really challenge that end range. Whew. And you might feel some burning in here. You can absolutely hold on to something in front of you if you put like a chair or a stool. That is going to make this just a little bit more easier. More easier. Oh, where's my grammar? There we go. Let's get a couple more. Rock forward a little more if you can. See, I'm losing that arch a little bit. I want to try and get it back. Lift those toes. Good. And drive that knee kind of towards the middle toes there. Whew. All right. That is going to get some things working. And good news, we get to use the other leg now. So, same deal. Kneeling. Lift the toes. Back down. Get that nice arch. Lift the toes. Back down. Okay, now we're going to drive that knee forward a little bit. Lift the toes, try and get that arch. Back down. Lift the toes. Back down. Lift. Back down. Then you're going to start approaching your end range there. It might not be this angle. Okay, don't go off my angle, go off yours. So you might get further or maybe not quite as far. That is absolutely fine. It's all about where you can go. So right now we're approaching your end range and trying to get those toe lifts. Work all of this. All of this should be working. And see if you can go a little further now. You might find, as I'm finding a little bit, when you work in what appears to be your end range, I can just barely get my toes up. I do a few reps there. I might be able to rock forward and still lift those toes. There we go. And I really want to try to make sure I'm trying to keep a little bit of an arch at least. At least I'm not collapsing inward like that. That's what I want to be conscious of. Couple more lifts. Rock in a little more if you can. Woo. Good. All right. Whew. Done with that. Next, we're working on plantar flexion, so the ability to point your toes. So we're actually just going to do a few of these here. In whatever position is comfortable for you here, I want you to be seated in a position that you can manipulate your feet with your hands. Okay, we're going to do a few points. And then point, 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 hold, and you're going to pull with your hands. So I'm going to grab here, I'm pulling, and I'm curling my foot. And now I'm going to create tension through here, tighten as much as I can. I'm going to let go and try to maintain that as much as I can. Ooh! So I'm feeling it in here. This is working. Notice I can't keep that toe curled. Hold. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to grab there again and hold that. You might be cramping up. Deep breath. Try your best to breathe through it. Whew. Big exhale too. Deep breath and big exhale. We're going to go again. So you're pointing, you're pulling your foot further down as long as you don't have pain. Remember that. Curl your toes. Create tension here. This is all working to point. This is all working. I'm going to let go in 3, 2, 1 and try and hold. Hold, hold, hold. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Breathe. Nice big inhale, nice big exhale. This may not be super comfortable. As with some of the other stuff we've done, if you're feeling crampy, focus on your breath. You might be able to work through it. I'm gonna do one more from this position. So, point your toe as much as you can. Pull with your hands, as long as you don't create pain. Now, curl, create tension, pull, 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 let go, and hold, hold, hold. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Ooh-wee. All right, now we're gonna go into dorsiflexion like this. Flex your foot and work on this ability to curl the toes in the foot. So here, boom. I'm gonna curl as much as I can actively. I'm gonna pull in further. I'm actually gonna cup my heel a little bit. Cup my heel. Here, I'm gonna create tension through here. Tight, 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 tight. I'm gonna let go in 3, 2, 1, hold, 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 hold. 3, 2, 1. Come back with your hand. Breathe, 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 breathe. Try and relax. You might feel like these tissues, again, want to cramp a little bit. That's okay. If you absolutely have to let go, go for it. But if you can breathe through it, that's awesome. Good for you. Breathe nice and easy. We're gonna do 2 more of these. Okay, so here we go. Pull your foot down, make that fist, tighten. 3, 2, 1, let go. And hold, hold, hold. Tighten, 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 tighten. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Woo! Yeah, this is kind of intense. This is kind of intense here. Surprising. We're going to dorsiflexion again, just like that. Ooh, you can massage a little bit if you want, if that helps. All right, one more. I'm tightening. I'm trying to pull my toe towards my heel. 3, 2, 1. Hold, hold, hold. Maintain, 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 maintain. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Oh, baby. There we go. Now, switching feet. Haha. So, plantar flexion here with your other foot. Going here, here. Point your toe. Pull with your hand. Bend there if you can. And ready. Tighten. Let go and hold. Keep holding. 3, 2, 1. Hand comes back. Relax and breathe. Deep breath. Big inhale, big exhale. Breathe through, breathe through, breathe through. Okay. Point. I'm getting that nice plantar flexion. I'm bending the toe. I'm tightening everything. Try to maintain, lift off, and hold. Hold, 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 hold. Keep holding. 3, 2, 1. Hand comes back. Try to get this to relax as best you can. Nice deep breath. Big inhale, big exhale. One more big one, then we're gonna do this one more time. So, boom, get that plantar flexion. You're holding, you're pointing, curl, tighten this, and go, let go. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Got it. Woo! Woo-wee! All right, now we're gonna do it with the dorsiflexion. Boom, dorsiflex. We're going to curl your toes. All right, I like to cup the heel as well. Imagine you're pulling your toe towards your heel, towards the bottom of your heel. We're gonna pull, get that nice stretch. Probably feels good after all this work. All right, let go in 3, 2, 1, hold. Hold, 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 hold. 3, 2, 1, hand comes back. Breathe. Nice and easy. This one is cramping more than anything else for me. Woo! Yes, it is. Nice deep breaths. Breathe through it. All right. Tighten, hold, 3, 2, 1, let go and hold. Pull, 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 pull. 3, 2, 1. Hand comes back. Relax and breathe. Woo! Awesome, awesome, awesome. We got one more to go. I really, really want you to focus on tightening this as much as you can. 100%. Create tension already. Let go and hold. Don't let it go anywhere. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Ooh, awesome. Alrighty. You made it. Awesome work. I hope your feet are happy. Consider doing some of the soft tissue work we did in the beginning to finish up. Extra care for your feet.